Zindagi na milegi Dobara. When you hear this line, you think of treasuring something that will end any day, something that is very limited. And then the movie shows you every expensive way to end that precious life of yours. It's like informing people about STDs and unplanned pregnancy and urging them to wear condoms, while at the same time encouraging guys to go anal if they find condoms too uncomfortable. The film is about three best friends who go on a trip to overcome their fears. It is a deeply philosophical film in the sense that it teaches us why we all should start reading philosophy and accrue some wisdom so we don't end up like them. It's simple. You either work or you live life, or the third option is go fuck yourself. That's the whole point of this movie. The film shows us how best friends who have known each other since their childhood really talk. They all gangbanged authenticity's mother in the ass. I would much rather get run over by Travis Bickle than have friends like them. I'm sure if I watch Friends in Japanese or Korean dubbed, even on mute, I would enjoy the conversations more than I enjoyed the conversations of these guys. Three actors doing their best to express themselves in a language in a foreign country which is a foreign to them. And I mean Hindi, not Spanish, just while the camera rolls. Their English sounds more natural than Hindi. Arjun is someone who, if he were the brother of Karan in the movie Karan Arjun, Karan would leave him to die and run away with their mother. That's the kind of person Arjun is until he meets Laila and becomes a completely different person. The person that I don't respect, and neither does he himself. He became a tiny little bitch. But what can he do? He got the scent of a woman and he was like, so Arjun is this workaholic, hyper ambitious guy for the first hour of the movie until he goes diving with Laila and explores the world of fish and has a cathartic experience. He realizes what he has been doing wrong his entire life, the choices he has made, how his greed could never satisfy his hunger, and he breaks down.
God, what have I done all these years? How can I live with myself after destroying the families of these little fish? How many family members of these little fish I have devoured and flushed down my toilet? I have sinned. How can I repent? Also, I woke Luca Brasi up. Forgive me, God, Father, forgive me. I'll become a vegetarian and I'll follow Acharya Prashant religiously for the rest of my life. These poor little creatures. I enjoyed my heart out dipping in soy sauce.
इन मछलियों की दुनिया में हम इंसान की गंदगियाँ. Shut up, Imran! God, can somebody just shut this guy up? Always whining. No wonder your dad left you. All his mother had to do was send him to swimming classes, and he wouldn't have turned out to be such a materialistic asshole, and also could have saved his marriage. So there's this scene, they're all having drinks with Lala, and Arjun says that Kabir is also getting a piece of his fiance's father's wealth, and Lala sensed the materialism in Arjun, and she knew that was her cue to exert her moral superiority. And so thus spoke the mighty philosopher Lala, who could talk Nietzsche out of talking to his horse by advising him to either kill the horse or kill himself. Yes, God is dead, Nietzsche, and now you get to join him. So Lala asks Arjun, तुम पैसों के लिए शादी करोगे? To which Arjun replies, yes, of course. Hearing this, our great mighty philosopher Lala says, what if she turns out to be boring? Then what? So the son of a mother is ready to marry a girl only for her father's wealth, and the great philosopher's objection is, what if she turns out to be boring and not fun and spiritually inclined like me? Lala realized she can easily fart her moronic philosophy inside this gullible being, and she was damn right. After every sentence of Lala, our Mr. Simpson was like, wow, you're so cool. जीना कोई तुमसे सीखे. So in this scene, Laila and Arjun go for a walk, and Arjun starts guessing what kind of guys she'd be into. And so Arjun says that, do you like a guy who works all day? Do you like a guy who thinks about money all the time? Arjun knew he was talking about himself, but he thought she could not in a million years figure this out. But who was he kidding? The great Laila says, you're talking about yourself, right, Arjun? Don't judge me. You don't know anything about me, okay? My father passed away and left me and my mom so much in debt, and Hey, Arjun, I don't give a fuck about your dead father. Just tell me if money makes you happy or not. You think I have patience to listen to anyone but myself? Yes, it does. God, you're so mean. But I want to get my hands inside your pants, so just not like a bobblehead. Arjun, how do you know you're gonna make it till 40? Seize the day, my friend. Seize the day. Wow, I'm so glad I divorced my stupid fucking wife who couldn't hand me the Blu-ray of Dead Poets Society. All it needed was for me to listen to Robin Williams and our marriage would have worked. The whole purpose of Lala is to make Arjun feel bad for being an extraordinary achiever. Whenever Arjun is feeling good about himself, she just pops out of nowhere and starts spewing her oversimplistic nonsense. She can never accept that Arjun is happy with his money. I have a good life. I've done right by my mother. She's proud of me. I'm in good shape. I look forward to my future. Yeah, I have flaws. I'm too gullible for my own good, as anybody can come and talk me into or out of anything. I need to learn to have an opinion and defend it and not let anyone come and piss all over it. Money cannot give you happiness, Arjun. Live life. Seize the day. You like cooking? So just cook. It's like I am cooking all this bullshit. It was a great day. I hit all the targets and now I have to downplay everything for her. I have to make up another sob story at work so she can get off on it by preaching me or I won't get laid. She's some weird Sadhguru complex. Imagine her opening the door. Is she still meditating? I don't think Arjun will live to be 40 now that he married Lala. Or maybe he will, but only if Lala doesn't live to be 40. He'll have to OJ Lala. Hearing Lala talk, Maslow would come back from the grave to turn his pyramid upside down, as he saw what happened when people fulfilled their basic needs and emotional needs and went on to generate these slap-worthy thoughts. He would turn the pyramid upside down so people start with self-actualization and starve to death in the process so the world would be rid of these morons who actually fall for that upside down pyramid. Fuck basic needs. So Lala follows them on her motorcycle and when they pull over, she walks up to Arjun and kisses him. Oh yeah, finally, that's what I always wanted. And while Arjun is having the time of his life, she takes her tongue out of his mouth to puke some more shit about how she doesn't know how to regret. And Arjun, who's like horny as a fuck with a load ready to shoot, frantically says, "Huh? Me too. Me too. I also don't know how to regret. Come here. He tries to do some more kissing, but she walks off. And Arjun is like, what the fuck? When we were lying under the stars last night and you were calling me stupid for having a nice house, and I was nodding along so I could get some action. You couldn't kiss me then. We'd have done so much more than kissing, and now I have to take the rest of the trip with this boner." So Arjun claims after that cathartic experience that he is no longer afraid to live. So he was afraid to live and so was working like a maniac all these years, ruining his marriage, his friendships, things that matter the most in life. I felt so sorry for him after hearing that line. Bro, these are not the things that people do when they're afraid to live. There are much more cheaper ways to overcome that fear of living. You don't need millions of dollars to buy a rope or a gun. I really like that quarrel scene of Arjun with his wife. Here we can see how good Arjun is at solving his relationship problems. He is great. So Arjun consoles his heartbroken and furious wife by assuring her how much money he's going to make by working for his company instead of wasting his time going to Italy with her. Can't you see? Can't you see how well off I'm gonna be financially by canceling this trip with you, darling? Can't you see that? She says, "It's my birthday, Arjun." This bitch is our boy. Really? After all my best persuasion skills at work, you still couldn't figure out I'd much rather be with Nakatomi Corporation chairman than with you. How dumb are you? मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ इवॉल्व होना was not funny. What's wrong with you? Why are you against my humor all the time? Just so you know, I didn't fuck your girlfriend to be funny. I did her because I was horny. Ever considered that? And yeah, it's called fucking, not involved hona, you prude. No wonder she was begging me for dirty talk. The three friends drive off, taking in the beautiful view, and they spot a group of horses running in the distance. And the horses look at them and talk among their buddies. Guys, look. That's exactly what we drop every morning. That was their review of the movie. Let's talk about Kabir. Kabir is so nice that he holds his fart even while taking a shit because it would upset the shit. He's so passive that it took him a trip to Spain to loosen up his tight asshole and let his fiancée know that he can't take her inside him no more. He knew his fiancée is not woke enough for him when he learned that she has a completely different view on feminism. Guys, she thinks being a woman and making a choice to sacrifice your career so you can work on cultivating a good home life for your family counts as a feminism. I don't want to marry her. Since when did marriage become something where you can't do anything you want? I want to do my pranks and hang out with my friends. I love my friends, especially their feet, and I want them to walk all over me. I want to say fuck you to Jim Halpert and to show him who the greatest prankster is. Kabir was only in the film because they needed a dildo who could fit inside anyone's ass. He's the comic relief of a comedy film. What fear did he overcome aside from getting his balls back from the grab of his fiancée? Honey, look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It is entirely my fault for not realizing sooner how stupid you are. I should have realized in the night when you said how much you love your tiny face that you forced me to propose to you so your tiny face is saved from embarrassment. I also love looking at your face when we are on a video call because I know at least I can close my laptop, which is so not the case now that you're right in front of me. I cannot just, close it like, I cannot do that. I cannot, I don't know. Kabir was feeling good about Natasha when they spoke on video calls, and he thought, hey, maybe I did make the right call. Only when she showed up in front of him and he had to listen to her, he was in his head thinking, why can't I just click on mute or minimize? Well, she's already minimized anymore, and people will accuse me of being a pedophile, especially after the speech her father made. कल की बात लगती है जब नताशा पैदा हुई थी. Oh, yeah. Hrithik Roshan has a nice voice. He should sing more often. You know who else should sing more often? Abhay Deol. But only in his head, never in front of an audience. Do you know how Kabir is related to Kabir Singh? Kabir Singh placed some ice cubes on Kabir's head in the movie Kabir Singh, if you remember that scene. Now let's talk about our boy Imran. Imran is a sad clown, funny outside, life of the party, showing everyone a good time, but inside he's a whiny tiny softy who loves his daddy, who left his mom. So Imran's stepfather raised him, gave him everything, loved him like his own son, and Imran repays him by going to Spain and look for his biological father. His stepfather from the grave is like, after everything I've done, always wearing protection so he never feels I loved him any less than a biological child. I always wanted a kid of my own, with my own blood running inside their veins, but I sacrificed that for what? That's how he repays me. So much for disagreeing with the selfish gene theory. Salman Habib never wanted kids, so he had to leave his first wife when the kid came into the picture. And even now, when he's married to another woman, he still hasn't changed his stance on having kids. And then he met Imran and realized what he has done to his son, whom he abandoned because he wanted to explore the world. He could see the kind of person he really is in his son's eyes. Salman takes a drag and says, dodge that bullet. He will die without regret now that he knows what he abandoned was not worth regretting. He will never wonder what kind of a man his son grew up to be, because as he saw, his son never really grew up to be a man. So Imran is staring at Salman with held back tears, and Salman in his head is like, he's staring at me. What story should I cook? How should I start that conversation? How should I get myself out of this mess? Let me take a couple of drags. It might help with some ideas. Can I finish my cigarette before you start bitch mooning? He will now definitely try for a baby with his wife since he saw how his first child grew up. Gotta make at least one count. So this is Lala's philosophy. She does not have a list. She wants to meet new people. She wants life to surprise her. She wants life to inspire her. Life has so much time in its hands. Here we go, another day. Need to plan new surprises for Lala so I can finally make some time for those kids starving to death. I'm getting tired of this. I need to find someone for Lala who can take care of all her crap. Who has the balls to deal with Lala? Let me think about. Who has the balls to deal with Lala? Why is it so hard to think about? No, why doesn't anybody's name come up? Who has the balls to deal with Lala? Who? Let's remove balls from the equation. Finally, found one. Okay, rich, yeah, good looking, lack of critical thinking, abundance of binary thinking, a malleable muscle head with nothing inside that head, a barely developed prefrontal cortex. That's my guy. This is how Arjun picks a fight with Imran. So Imran says, listen, this happened 4 years ago and I have already apologized, so just forget about it. And Arjun goes, look, Varna kya, and started strangling Imran. Imran in his head is like, I didn't even say Varna. I was about to say, forget it or I'll bang your next one too. Arjun picks a fight with everyone. I think when his father was buried under a mountain of debt, he told Arjun, listen son, I think you should stop wasting my money on your video games. And Arjun was like, Varna kya dad, huh? Varna kya? Tell me, what are you gonna do, dad? Tell me, what are you gonna do? My dead dad is now dead dad. Imagine the last moments of Arjun's dad. Son, take care of your mother. Varna kya dad? Varna kya? Tell me, Varna kya dad? Or her best friend will, and I don't want that, son, I don't want that. His inquisitiveness would give Socrates an inferiority complex. So Arjun says, मेरी जिंदगी तो जैसे डिब्बे में कट रही है. And to which Laila replies, इंसान को सिर्फ तब डिब्बे में होना चाहिए जब वो मर चुका हो. She will sympathize with Kevin Spacey instead of Brad Pitt in Seven. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's wrong with this guy? Your wife is exactly where she's supposed to be, in the box. What is so hard to accept? This is who Arjun becomes after Lala seduced him with her philosophy. Everything is written. Water is H2O. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. I inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. We are all humans with 2 eyes, 2 ears, a brain inside our head, 10 fingers in our hands, 10 fingers in our. So this is how they find out Imran may have some daddy issues. They play this game with Imran. Copywriter, water bottle, smoking, cancer, mother fucker, father. Mm, mm, Father, fa, fa, father, mother. His stepfather from the grave was like, oh god, now I don't even get mentioned in a stupid fucking game. Nothing comes to his mind after he hears father. Oh, Dawkins, why did I not listen to you? This will never work as a 3D movie because it has no depth. It is struggling with all its limbs just to be even two-dimensional.